What's up YouTube, it's Gordon here from Two Bear Studios. It's 2021, we're going to do a what's in my bag for 2021. Over the last 6 to 12 months, obviously my business has expanded, so my gear has expanded nearly to the point that I need more bags, or I need to start looking at pelican cases and stuff like that. So let's just see what's in my bag, in my daily carry that I carry with me every single day when I leave the house, when I go out to customer sites, or when I go to the office to do some work. So let's get into it. I've had this bag now for a couple of years now, I think probably 3 or 4 years, and it's still doing really well. This is the Lowepro Pro Tactic 450 AW. This is one fantastic bag, and it carries everything I need in it every single day of the week. This thing gets thrown around the back of the truck. It's with me everywhere I go. It's had mud on it, it's had all sorts of stuff on it. Everywhere I go, this bag goes with me, and it carries everything I need in it. It keeps it nice and safe, nice and secure. It's also good for traveling. We traveled around the US for 3 weeks. I think we caught 15 planes over a space of 3 weeks. Not once did I get pulled up for having a bag that was too large to be as a carry-on item or too heavy to have as a carry-on item. This bag is fantastic. Alrighty, let's have a look what's actually in the bag. So, always carry my MacBook Pro. I'm still running probably a 2017 MacBook Pro. This is still does the job. I'm waiting for Apple to bring out the M1 on the 16-inch version. 13-inch version's good. It's nice and handy and compact, but when you're editing, it's just too small. Still a good computer. Alrighty, I always carry with me an iPad case and an iPad. So this is a hand-me-down iPad. This used to be Darren's iPad. I wouldn't buy the pink or rose gold one personally. Or the hand-me-down, but I use it enough that I don't use it enough to warrant buying a new one. It's definitely worth using a second-hand one. So I do use this quite regularly. It's handy on shoots when you can actually keep your run sheet of what you're doing on your iPad instead of having to have bits of paper and stuff floating around everywhere. So it is actually a handy piece of kit to have. Always carry multiple hard drives with me. That's actually a work hard drive and my own hard drive. The scan disk, this is a 500 gig one. Really good, really quick. It's an SSD drive, and it actually runs really fast. Fast enough for me to edit 4K 10-bit straight out of the camera, straight on the MacBook with having all the files on this hard drive. It actually works reasonably well. 2 action cams come with me everywhere. I've got the GoPro, I think this is the Hero 7 if I'm not mistaken, and the Osmo Action. Both really good action cameras. Handy to have with you just as a extra B-roll, C-roll camera, do time lapses. It's just handy to have with you. This little bag that actually comes with the Lowepro backpack. At the moment, I use this for all of my batteries. My big Sony NP970. I got one of these, about 3 or 4 of my Panasonic batteries, a couple of Nikon batteries, and a couple of Apple charger things, because you never know when you're going to need one. We always carry with us a Zoom recorder. It's nice to have a recorder that you can just use as a microphone when you're in noisy situations. This actually cuts out 90% of the noise in the background. Definitely saved our ass at a couple of conventions we went to back in 2019. So very handy. This is the H1N by Zoom. It's a really good recorder. Alrighty, next piece of kit. This is definitely not the Osmo mobile. That's over there. It doesn't come with me all that often. This is used to house my Atomos Shinobi monitor. Recent purchase, recent piece added to my kit. Highly recommend one. Makes life a lot easier so you can actually see what you're doing on a much bigger screen. Keep your eye out for a full review of this probably sometime in the next month or 2. Definitely a very good monitor for its price again. So it stays in a hard box because I don't want to get damaged. Alrighty, from there let's go straight into the cameras. For photography, I still carry with me and I still use my D5600 from Nikon. This is a really good camera for photography. It's a good lightweight camera. The battery lasts long enough that I get heaps and heaps of shots out of it. It is seeing better days. I'm starting to lose bits and pieces of rubber off it, but it's still doing the job really, really nicely. And this combined with my 18-140 DX lens. So it's a stock lens, but an upgraded lens from this camera. It's a stock lens on a bigger model camera. Would I buy this camera again? Definitely. It's a very, very good camera. Will I buy it again? Probably not, because I'll be going down a different element with my next photography camera. But it's still a very, very good camera. Microphone wise, I still rock the Rode Micro Pro, I think this one is called, with the dead cat on it. Like to pat the dead cat. Everyone always asks, what is this? And I always freak out when I call it the dead cat. But that's what it is. So this is actually a really good mic. This is the Video Mic Pro. There you go, it's written on the bottom. Was secondhand when I brought it. It's done really, really well over the last couple of years. Highly recommend it. It's a good shotgun mic. So highly, highly recommend this microphone. My pride and joy. I do love this camera. The upgrade to it was fantastic. This is my go-to video camera for all of my video work. It is the Panasonic Gh5s. I've used the Gh5 and I use the Gh5 regularly at work. That's one of their cameras, but the Gh5s is much better in low light. It's really, really good camera, really good quality footage. Obviously this video you're watching is filmed on the iPhone because this camera's here. Otherwise it would be filmed with this camera. So, and it always has the 12 to 35mm f2.8 lens on it. Once again, a really good high quality lens that's very versatile for everything I do. So really, really good camera. It always has 2 SD cards in it ready to go. Always have 3 or 4 batteries ready to go. Bad side of the Panasonics, they do chew through the batteries, but a really good camera. All right, guys, getting down to the last couple of items here. Well, we've got lenses. I carried 2 extra lenses for the Panasonic. One is the 7 to 14mm, so that would be a 14 to 28mm equivalent for full frame. This is the f4, if I'm not mistaken. This is a really good little lens for that really wide, especially for real estate. I've used it a few times for real estate shoots and it does really, really well. Then I have the Lumix, what is this one? 35 to 100. I don't use this lens all that often, but it is a good lens. It's a nice zoom lens. 35 to 100, so that'd be 75 to 200 equivalent, roughly. Makes sense, yep. Really good lens to have with me, and it comes everywhere with me as well. So 2 really, really good lenses. Getting down to the last couple of bits and pieces is my Rode wireless Go kit. This is a wireless lav kit. It's nice and compact, nice and small. That can be used as a microphone on its own if you really want to have it hanging out. I don't like that, so I still use the lav to go with it. So you can hide the lav nicely under your shirt or under your client's shirt, and it looks nice and neat. Alright guys, that's all that I carry in my daily bag with me. Outside of the bag is the Ronin-S. I've had this one for about 2 years now. Really, really good piece of kit again. It's nice and lightweight. It's got the mount on the side for my monitor. It's got the handle on the back, so I've got that extra bit of grip if I need it. It's just a really good piece of kit and I use it really regularly. Obviously it doesn't live in the bag because it's too big. It does generally just rocks around the back seat, so nice and sturdy for that point as well. And last but not least, this is probably the newest piece of kit that I've added. This is my video lighting. As you guys know, I do a lot of mobile stuff. When I say mobile, as I'm out and about, I'm not in the studio all that often. So I need to have a way of actually doing everything that's battery operated. So I don't need to be reliant on power cables to actually operate my job. So once again, this is a new piece of kit. This is the Godox ML60. This is a battery powered 60 watt studio light. It's really good, it's really powerful. I've used it multiple times so far, mostly just for my own stuff. I haven't used it for a work shoot yet. I haven't had the need for it, but it's a really handy light. It's nice and compact. Runs on a couple of runs on a couple of the the Sony style batteries. So I've got 4 of those things floating around. Really, really good video light to be using. It basically hooks up with I use that with a softbox. So this one here. Basically that folds down into a little bag like that, which is nice and handy, and a standard light stand goes with that as well. So anyway guys, that's it for today. That's basically everything I carry in my bag now in 2021. These things are all the stuff that I use every single day of the week, or just about every single day of the week. If you are interested in any of them, check out my kit.co link below and check out all my items. These are affiliate links. They will get paid a small little portion if you do use those links, but all it does is helps out the channel. So if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm still chasing that 100 subscribers. I'm getting there slowly, but it's slowly. But if you have enjoyed today's video, thank you so much. Leave a comment below. Peace out.